How many times have you been in a conversation with a girl, or she maybe flirted with you in person, or you've been texting or DMing, and then all of a sudden it gets cold? All of a sudden you notice almost every girl you talk to just loses interest in you. Good thing you have an older brother that loves you enough to tell you that she loses interest in you because you have no future, bro. She shorted your stock. You're a bad business to invest in. See, your problem is probably you're able to start a conversation with the girl. Some girls might flirt with you here and there. Sure, you might even get them to respond to your DMs or your text messages. Your problem is you don't know what to do after that. And then you realize after a while, they stop communicating. They get cold on you. They get with one-worded responses. The reason is she gave you the chance, right? She looked at you. She looked at you as a business. She looked at your profile. She saw your future and she said, you know what? I'm shorting this stock. I'm rejecting this guy. This guy has no future. Because you don't get it. But that is what women are doing. Women always think about, as soon as she starts talking to you, she's thinking, all right, how much does he make? Where does he live? What is our wedding going to look like? What are our kids going to look like? She's thinking about all of it. I promise you she is. And when she looks at you, she just didn't like the outcome, bro. She didn't see a future in you. Which is why it's so important to focus on yourself and what you're building, on your hobbies, on your activities, on your passions, on your ambitions. Focus fully on that, so when you do start engaging and women catch interest on you and they start seeing this complex vision of a man that you are, it's hard for them to fall off. This takes me to number 2. She doesn't challenge you, bro. Let's be real here. You're with your girl because you're comfortable with her. You've been dating her since middle school. You've been dating her since high school. It's the girl that you know, and you're too scared to go out there and face the reality of life. And because of that, you do not grow. What happens? If you're with a girl that's a 3 or a 4 and you know she's ugly, and here's how you know she's ugly. You're afraid of commitment. If you're afraid of committing to this girl, and you've already been dating her for like 5-6 years already, you don't commit with her because you know, you think you can do better, but you're scared of knowing, so you don't dump her and you're just dragging her along. Bro, do that girl a favor, cut her off. She's not challenging you enough, and you're staying on the bottom because you're too afraid to see what's really out there. What really ends up happening is that when you step out into the real world and you see what 7, 8, 9s, and 10s are dealing with, you yourself will have to build yourself up to that level to even get access to 7, 8, 9s, and 10s. You'll have a real challenge once you step out there. So if you really want to grow as a guy, cut it off. Cut it off with the girl that you're comfortable with, that you have no plans of commitment with, you see no future with, and you're just with her because you're comfortable with her. Number 3, there's nothing new about you. You're predictable. She can read you like a book already. She knows everything about you. Women crave uncertainty. It's like an adrenaline for them. This is why they always go for the bad boy, right? Because they don't know how that guy's going to react. This is why you stick to your ambitions, to your goals. This is what happens. As an ambitious man, you can constantly evolve. I am not the man that I was last year. I'm not the man that I was 2 years ago, because you constantly have to evolve for the challenge that's in front of you. The same thing happens as you develop new hobbies, as you learn new tricks, new sports. Whatever you pick up, you expand the width or the breadth of your knowledge and your experiences, and that is attractive. You want to have something new about you all the time. And a lot of times, you could do it on a daily basis. You could do it with your style. If you're used to always wearing, let's say, sweats, dress up for a bit. I promise you, it'll catch you like a curveball. Change even how you smell. Like, if you change your let's say you always wear Youre Sauvage, right? Most guys always wear that fragrance. And you start switching it. Now you got a feminine fragrance. Now you got something dark. Now you got something a little bit fresh and citrusy. And you're constantly changing, keeping her on her toes. There's something always new about you, something fresh. I promise you, it's hard for her not to be hooked. And that's why I want you to do it with your fragrance. That's easy. That's something I can help you with. For example, our dark collection, it's designed just for that. You got 3 independent fragrances. They're niche. They're completely different. They're not knockoffs of anything else. You'll never smell like anybody else again. Matter of fact, Santa Lucia for this year, bro, we're changing the game. I want it to be so the select few men, the men that truly like to smell different, like to smell great, I'm going to bless those men. This might not be for everyone, but Santa Lucia is taking a massive turn this year, where every single month we'll be dropping a new fragrance. And again, right, we're not lazy with it, right? I'm not going to be knocking off a Tom Ford or knocking off that. No, we don't do knockoffs here or imitate. No, bro. Everything we do is from scratch because I want you to smell different. I want you to smell great. I want everybody around you to keep them on their toes. And to do so, we're working with perfumists. We're working with designers. I'm going to give you a great example. If you subscribe to our Santa Lucia program, where every month you're gonna get a brand new fragrance, but it's not just gonna be a fragrance, it's gonna be a set. It's gonna be different products that all smell just like that fragrance, and it's gonna be ultra limited. So it's only gonna be a couple hundred units every single month, but if you're subscribed, you get first dips before pro members and launch day, and you'll get first dips to that scent. And here's the best part. We're working with professionals. Right now, we're working with Bowtie Fragrance Reviews. If you're into fragrances, you know who this guy is, an OG in the space. We've been working together for weeks now. Our new fragrance is dropping in April. So I want you to get a head start. And again, this is not for everyone. This is just for a select. I'm talking to like 2-3 guys right now. The guys that really want to smell good, subscribe right now. Click that link down below, subscribe. You're gonna get our dark collection at a discounted price, and at that price, I'll leave you grandfathered in for the rest of the year. So that way, you don't have to worry about anything. And you know what? I'm gonna hook it up. I'm also gonna include our car diffuser and candle. That's about $200 something of free gifts. Basically, your first month subscription is essentially for free. Right now, if you subscribe, and now you get ahead of the curve, and you're gonna get access for when our new fragrance drops in April, bro. Can't miss this. Before, no one wants you. She realized that she, in fact, did not win the prize, right? She gave you the attention, she started texting, but then she realized, wait a minute, this guy talks to nobody else. This guy's always available for me. Once a girl realizes that, interest gone. We are social creatures, and women, they love to make decisions. It's almost like a bandwagon effect, right? It's called social pre-selection. When she sees that you're talking to other girls, or other girls are talking back to you and also giving you attention back, that's when she thinks, yo, this guy's a prize because other girls are pre-selecting him. I need to fight for his attention. That's when you captivate interest. But if she sees that there's nobody else fighting for your attention and it's just her, yo, she's gonna get the hell out of there because she's like, yo, nobody wants this guy. You have to keep, this is why I always tell you, if you're not in a committed relationship, right? You're not boyfriend and girlfriend, you're not married or whatever, you should always be networking. What that means is always be talking to girls, constantly. Out in the park. You should be doing date pickup on the daily to practice. You should be picking up on DMs, picking up on Tinder. When you build a broad network that's of women that are constantly talking to you, not only are you less needy as a man, but any girl that actually catches interest in you and also sees how many girls are interested in you will be obsessed. Number 5, you gave up on yourself. Too many men, when they start into a relationship, let's say you got it. You got the girl that you actually wanted and you got past the interest stage. But it's been 3 months, 6 months. You're noticing that she's not giving you the same amount of love. You're noticing she's getting a little bit cold. She's giving other men attention. You gave up on yourself. Too many guys, once they hop into a relationship, they give up on themselves, which is, what did I mention in the beginning of this? The most important thing you can possibly do is your ambition, your activities, your hobbies. Stick to that. Grow that. That will never stop for the rest of your life. I want you to understand clearly. That will never stop. You will constantly pursue a better version of yourself every day, every year, every decade. And if you stay with that mindset, she'll never get bored. There will always be a new version of you, a bigger version of you, a smarter, a wiser, a more intelligent version of you. The problem with most of you is that you stop going to the gym. You stop working on yourself. You're okay with the job that's paying you $20K a year. You're okay being there for the next 6 years without trying to grow or scale or learn new skills or become more valuable. You're okay with that. And once ambition goes down, your health goes down, your looks go down, of course she loses interest. And finally, you're not masculine enough. It doesn't matter what society tells you. At the end of the day, opposites attract. And feminine characteristics want masculine characteristics. She does not want to be married to another woman. And this is why masculine characteristics are important. They are ingrained in us. They're biologically who we are, equal to the feminine characteristics that make her who she is. At the end of the day, when you look at both on a spectrum, masculine and feminine characteristics complement each other perfectly. If you are not masculine enough, if you're not in your frame, I promise you, she will lose interest.